Good God Almighty, Jesus Christ, that was brutal, man. That was a lot of pent up animosity, mostly on Canelo's part. Hey, but Oscar De La Hoya ain't gonna back down neither, you know. He's also a legend in this game. He's definitely more a legend, in my humble opinion, than Canelo is in this boxing game. Period, you know. But Jesus Christ, that was brutal, man. B March Boxing, big up everybody who's in the chat. Thanks for coming through. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe and hit the thumbs up if you like the content. Let's talk about it, man. Canelo versus Jaime Munguia press conference. Hey, man. Hey, come on, pause that joint. It went pretty. It went pretty. It was entertaining, and this is the type of stuff that actually builds up a fight and has people interested about the fight, especially during fight week. You know, but really and truly, you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't think that this was be a fight between Canelo versus Jaime Munguia. You would have thought it's Canelo versus Oscar De La Hoya. But let's talk about it, man. I'm gonna play you a little couple clips so you can hear for yourselves exactly what happened. And if I got anywhere to quote and read, you already know B Marsh Boxing. I'll do the necessary. But let's get into it. This man Canelo, he basically said, quote, talking to De La Hoya on stage, right? He said, quote, and for this imbecile of a person to my left, don't forget that I was already Canelo in the US. He only profited from my name. We never lost a penny. We only made money. Did you already pay Golovkin what you wanted to steal from him? Yes? Very good. But if my lawyers didn't get involved, you would have stolen it. The only thing this man does is scam boxing. He steals from boxers. Those who are with him should lawyer up because he's stealing from you. End quote. And they got into cussing, man. This man Canoli called him a effing Pussy, MFer, all kinds of names, man. Oscar De La Hoya, I'm sorry, yeah, De La Hoya. He tried to keep it classy. I'll read you some quotes, you know, or you could hear from yourselves, actually, you know what I mean? This is actually basically a reaction after the fact when they were interviewed after the press conference, probably by Bernard Osuna from ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. I'll let you hear for yourselves. Let me run the audio one time, if I can find the audio. Give me 1 second, y'all. Mm, okay.
Oscar, there was a fight before the fight. You and Saul Alvarez going toe to toe. Was this something that you guys needed to say to each other after that breakup?
No, I just had some feelings that I wanted to get off my chest. And what perfect moment than fight week. I have my guy Jaime Munguia, who I believe in 1,000%, and then you have Canelo Alvarez, who apparently has a beef with me for some strange reason, talking bad about me, saying, "Oh, the drugs and this and that, and you went to rehab and this and that." Well, guess what? Yeah, I did do that stuff, and that was the past. But you still continue to put me down. You still continue to put your foot on my neck while I'm down. That's not right. So guess what? I'm gonna defend myself during fight week, and guess what? It worked. I got in his head.
An
Mm.
exchange of words between you and Oscar De La Hoya. We all know the relationship you had, but was it necessary to finally get that out there?
I don't think so, but I don't expect anything less than that from Oscar. He just want attention, and he don't care if he steal attention of his fighter. He don't care anything. But he's an and he just try to steal money from their fighters, and that's it. He don't care anything about it.
When you look at what's going to happen Saturday night, will now Jaime Munguia have to pay the price for what his promoter did?
No, it's no like that. I come to do my job, and my mind is there.
To win by knockout.
Yeah.
That's it. You heard the quotes. I read y'all the quotes. And it is what it is, you know. Canoli actually gets very defensive, and that's actually why he got out of character.
What's up, everybody? I
Yeah,
came on here
that's a
to
Ryan
address
Garcia shit.
this bull
He
claim that I
gets very
cheated.
defensive. Hold tight,
Everybody
y'all.
knows that I don't cheat. What can I say?
He gets very defensive when people bring up the fact that he's a two-time steroid cheat, where he tested positive twice for a banned substance. You know what I mean? And Oscar De La Hoya definitely brought that up. I mean, Oscar Canoli bringing up the fact that the guy was had to go to rehab, and especially during Canoli's possibly till this day his biggest fight of his career, the fight versus Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? Um, you know, the fact of the matter is that's what got the man Canoli so upset and irate and uptight. And you know, the truth hurts. You know what I mean? I had to tell somebody that just today. The truth hurts. Some people don't like to hear the truth. I have no problem hearing the truth or acknowledging the truth because the truth is nothing but the truth. You know what I mean? I'll read you the quotes of what De La Hoya said after the man Canoli tried to flame him up for doing yayo and shit. You know what I mean? Here we go. Quote. This is Oscar De La Hoya, that is. Quote. Quote. Yes, I've been to rehab several times. Yes, there were some really low points in my life. And yes, there were times that work was not my priority based on my mental health, which I had neglected for so long. But that doesn't change the fact that Golden Boy built Canelo over this period of time. End quote. And that's a fact, y'all. When I first seen Canelo on our television screens in 2010, when he was probably fighting Cotto's brother or cousin or whoever, the guy who rocked him on the ropes and damn near dropped him. One of the few guys, actually the only guy in this boxing game who's been close to dropping the man Canoli, right? The truth of the matter is, Golden Boy's the one who brought him to the United States. They're the ones who put him on HBO, and Golden Boy being Oscar De La Hoya's outfit, and Bernard Hopkins, but and Shane Mosley at the time. But Bernard Hopkins was actually was an active fighter at the time. You know what I mean? But the man Canoli, she stepped to him. He stepped to De La Hoya like he wanted all the smoke, dogs. He said he called him every cuss word in the game, y'all. Yo, them fellas ain't holding no punches back. He let it be known. Um, and basically, the man Jaime Munguia was just sitting there like a spectator. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even, like I said, you would have thought this whole fight week is a build up between Oscar De La Hoya and Jaime Munguia. And if Oscar De La Hoya said he's gotten into his head, that'll only be proven come fight week. Obviously, in the previous last big fight we had with Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Obviously, Ryan Garcia is the one who got in Devin Haney's head. I made videos prior to the fight happening on during fight week where Devin Haney guaranteed a knockout. I made a video to ask y'all, the audience, what do you think? You think this guy gonna knock him out? In my opinion, I was like, nah, that ain't happening. I don't see a knockout. I think this fight going the distance. But I had Devin Haney winning. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna fake the funk and say like I thought the man Devin Haney was gonna lose the fight. Nah, not at all. That was a big upset. I ain't see that coming. But really and truly, Devin Haney from the get go, from round one, he fought a stupid fight. You know, he's came out there on the front foot, thinking them fellas think he Mike Tyson or something. You know what I mean? He stepped into his opponent on the front foot, like trying to knock his head off. And that's not his type of fight. You know what I mean? He ain't fight like that against uh he ain't fight like that against Regis Prograis. He took Regis Prograis to school, and Regis is a bigger puncher than Ryan Garcia is. You know what I mean? So that shows clearly that the man got into his head and he got out of character. Devin Haney, that is. Ryan Garcia got into his head. Not to mention, I've told you I made a video yesterday that the man tested positive for steroids. So, we'll have to wait to see what's goody with the B sample. And also, Ryan Garcia coming in 3 pounds overweight. That was a major factor into why the man, Devin Haney, lost. You know what I mean? Oscar De La Hoya, the pops of Ryan Garcia and them, they said they ain't giving the man, Devin Haney, no rematch. Not at all. Because they already know. In my opinion, if the fight would happen again in a media rematch, Devin Haney wouldn't make the same mistakes twice. He's much smarter fighter than that. He actually needs to drop Bill Haney, in my opinion, as a head trainer. He's wearing too many hats in the Devin Haney team. You know what I mean? He needs to get back with fellas like Floyd Senior. You know what I'm saying? Um, Let me see. I think I got some more quotes as far as this De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia thing goes. I said Ryan Garcia, excuse me. De La Hoya and Oscar De La Hoya. Excuse me, De La Hoya and Canoli goes. Let's see. Quote, Canoli said, and this is what y'all probably, nah, actually, I think I read this, but I'll do it one more time for those who might be just joining in. Canoli said, quote, this idiot, this guy here to my left, try not to forget that I was already Canelo when I came to the United States and that he only profited from my name. Who's He never lost a single cent, but instead made money. Have you already paid Golovkin what you wanted to steal from him? And end quote. And this is how De La Hoya responded back as far as talking about numbers and money and pay-per-view buys and stuff. He said, quote, when pay-per-view numbers come in, money comes in from the cable operators, and it takes time. And as the monies were coming in, I was paying Golovkin, and that's it. No discrepancies whatsoever. I'm going to defend myself when somebody's speaking negative about me, and that's what I did. This was my perfect moment to let him know how I feel. It feels so good. Finally, I was just holding my tongue all these years, and finally, I can effing tell him to his face, put some effing respect on my name. End quote. Mm. More quotes. Canoli said, quote, if I hadn't involved my lawyers, you would steal money from me. The only thing this man does I think I read that earlier. Yeah, I did read that earlier for y'all. And you could hear the man, De La Hoya, say in the background, quote, you know who your daddy is, end quote. So, it was a pretty brutal back and forth, um, you know, exchange of words from the two. And like I said, you would have never known Jaime Munguia is participating in this fight. Him and Freddie Roach, they just sitting there like, hey man, we'll just enjoy the show too as far as this verbal spat that's going on between the Golden Boy and Canoli. You know what I mean? Now, one thing I'll tell y'all on the real, Canoli, Canoli to me, if look, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't a great fighter in my opinion at 160 pounds, right? When he had a belt, I thought he lost. He lost that fight in my opinion to Felix Sturm when he got himself a WBO middleweight strap back in the day. He ain't no true middleweight, you know what I mean? That was just one of his 6 different weight classes, division champion that he is in boxing, and he's only second to Manny Pacquiao as far as weight classes. Manny Pacquiao has 8 different weight division titles, and De La Hoya is second in boxing history to Manny Pacquiao with 6. You know what I mean? Guys like Floyd Mayweather has 5. Um, I thought what's his name fought with much better fighters. You know what I mean? I thought he fought better fighters. Oscar De La Hoya, and maybe I could play one more little video.
Several times. Yes. There were some really low points in my life, and yes, there were times that work was not my priority based on my mental health, which I had neglected for so long. But that, but that doesn't change the fact that Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some fucking respect on it. As for Jaime, he has always dared to be great, just as he's this Saturday night. And this serves as a bit of a full circle for him. Remember when Jaime was 21 years old, volunteered to step in against Triple G, and Canelo failed 2 drug tests? Though Jaime wasn't allowed to fulfill his dream, 2018, on Saturday night, he will do just that. Fulfill his dream and be world champion.
Tienen que escribirle lo que tiene que decir este pinche maricón, cabrón. Tú lo escribes, ¿qué lo escribes, pendejo? Tú no escribes nada, cabrón, tú no haces nada. Tú no haces nada.
Yo lo escribí.
Eres un pendejo, eso es lo que eres.
Eres un baboso.
Eres un pendejo, cabrón, porque estás nomás ahí. Los que hacen todos son los que están detrás de ti. Tú eres un pendejo nomás con la imagen, idiota.
Sí.
Hold on, I'm doing a video.
Cabrón.
Hey, y'all heard that, man. You heard that, man. This man, Oscar Canoli, man, he got into talking Spanish. And I'm gonna try to play y'all a video where this guy's cussing in English, man. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious. To me, this is a good build up for a fight I was not really interested in, you know. And I'll probably make some more videos, definitely for the build up of this fight between what you call it, the build up of this fight between Jaime Munguia and Canoli, you know. But hey, man, you know, in my opinion, obviously, the man Canoli's not showing respect to De La Hoya because De La Hoya obviously has pointed out the fact that the man tested positive for steroids. And that Cinco de Mayo, Oscar De La Hoya, I remember making videos back when the man actually, remember when Canoli used to cry about Floyd having these Mexican dates, Mexican Independence Day weekend in September and Cinco de Mayo, the first Saturday of May. He would cry and talk about give them back to the Mexicans or whatever. Well, one thing for sure, 2 things is for certain. Floyd fulfilled every obligation and did not miss any of those dates. September for Mexican Independence Day weekend, and he ain't missed no dates for Cinco de Mayo. He was always there, always on time. And I made videos when Canoli was missing these dates and not even fighting all the time on Mexican Independence Day weekend or Cinco de Mayo because of his transgressions. And he's the Mexican, right? Floyd ain't no Mexican. But the man, Canoli, is missing these dates because of his transgressions, and in particular, the fact that he tested positive for steroids for that Golovkin fight, and they tried to bring in the man Jaime Munguia, and the fight couldn't go on. And actually, Golovkin ended up Golovkin ended up having to fight Vanes Martirosyan. You remember that? Yeah, that's what we got one Cinco de Mayo because Canoli was on steroids. And
Thank
that's
you
just
very
the truth
much
about
for
it.
being here for what I truly believe will be the changing of the guard.
Let me find y'all another joint, man.
To this Saturday night. And this serves as a bit of a
Let me find y'all
circle for
another
him.
joint.
Remember when
Yeah.
Jaime was 21 years old, volunteered to step in against Triple G?
I played that one already. I want y'all to hear this man Canoli, man. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to cue it up, but this joint launching, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I'm having technical difficulties, but we'll get through it. Y'all just be patient. Um,
Que sea una fiesta
Mexican War, and then and yeah, so that's pretty much it. Go ahead, Miguel.
fucking pussy. He still his fighters.
Hear this guy.
And where he thinks that with the Golovkin fight,
Hear this
there were
dude.
some things that Mr. De La Hoya said or did that.
He tried to steal
Yeah.
money, and
Yeah.
he's a fucking asshole. That's what I say. He's a fucking asshole. He tried to keep the attention for him, not for Munguia. He's a fucking asshole. He steals his fighters. That's what he do.
Focus on your fight.
Okay, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. Go ahead, Miguel.
Fucking pussy. Motherfucker.
All right.
I'm here for you too, motherfucker.
All right, we'll wrap things up with this. Jaime,
Para la
Hilarious.
pelea del sábado, a tough fight, but in the end, it's gonna be me with my hand raised. Last, you're not gonna wanna miss it.
all right, ladies, don't want to miss it.
Hilarious. Y'all heard the man Canoli cussing him out? Hey, man. Like I said, it's fight week. This only makes a little build up and more excitement and looking forward to this fight. Hopefully, Jaime Munguia can shock the world, kind of like well, I can't say what Ryan Garcia did. Now that decision or my opinion of that fight is still in the balance, man. Like I said, man, the man tested positive for a steroid, so we're gonna have to see if this man's B sample comes out like the A sample. But that's neither here nor there. B Marsh Boxing, man. Let me know what y'all think about this press conference and Oscar De La Hoya and the man, what's his name, getting into it, Canoli. And let me know what y'all think about it. All right, B Marsh Boxing. I'm out of here. Catch y'all on the next one. Gone.